Dora. It seems that Kay and Simone have certainly added to Whitney's problems. And to Eve and Julian and Chad's problems as well. By changing, or not changing, Chad's DNA test on file at the hospital and making it appear that he is Whitney and Simone's half-brother. But maybe, just maybe, as Alistair told Eve and Julian, Chad really is their son.
Hey, Maria. Oh, how's Mommy's best girl?
Our little lambkins are doing just fine, Kay.
So what's on the Bowlevision tonight?
Come and have a look, dear. The angst that you set out to cause Chad and Whitney seems to have reached operatic proportions.
In English, please?
Well, Whitney is absolutely repulsed at the thought of having slept with her half-brother, so she's thrown herself into finding another man to, you know, pound the surf with, so to speak.
Who?
See for yourself.
Fox Crane? Ah, Whitney is such a slut.
Desperate's more like it. The girl's driven to pass Chad's baby off as Fox's baby.
It's like watching Deborah Carr and Burt Lancaster in From Here to Eternity.
Only Whitney's movie would be more aptly titled From Here to Maternity.
Make love to me, Fox. Make love to me.
Wait, Whitney, stop.
What's wrong? Don't you want me? Because I want you, Fox. I want you to make love to me.
Punish your brother Fox for taking Whitney. Punish your parents for ruining your life with Whitney. Take the job at Crane Industries. Use it. And the money and the power that comes with it to get even with the people who have hurt you.
Sounds like I'm not the only one with an axe to grind against the Cranes.
No, you're not. But you are in a position to get back at them. Use it, Chad. Use it to bury the Cranes.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Wheeler, but you admitted to intentionally shooting Alistair. Now, if he dies from his injuries, I have no choice but to arrest you for murder.
What if there were extenuating circumstances?
Such as?
What if Alistair had threatened to kill her?
Well, how could he? They've never met.
Didn't stop Alistair from trying to kill her down in Mexico.
So then you did meet Alistair prior to tonight?
No, Sam. Alistair Crane was just a name to Mrs. Wheeler before she met Luis and me down in Mexico. The Wheelers had nothing to do with Father or Harmony until our paths crossed at the inn where Paloma lived.
Then why would Alistair try to kill her?
Well, he tried to kill all of us in Mexico.
What?
It's true, Sam.
Alistair had Paloma kidnapped. Used her as bait to lure us all into the jungle.
My father targeted the Wheelers for helping us.
Yeah, then Alistair set a trap for me in an Aztec temple. Rigged it to explode and bury me. Everyone thought I was dead. And luckily, Paloma rescued me.
Meanwhile, Father trapped Mrs. Wheeler and me in a snake-infested pit. We were both bitten and almost died. If it hadn't been for Mr. Wheeler with the snake venom antidote, we would have died.
My God.
Well, I came back to Harmony to kill Alistair for everything that he'd done to us. Apparently, Mrs. Wheeler beat me to it.
Look, I know that my father is a horrible man. He murdered Antonio. He tried to kill Luis and the Wheelers. And that's just on top of the 4 times, at least that I know of, that he tried to kill me. If my father lives, he should be arrested, not Mrs. Wheeler.
Look, I'd like nothing more than to arrest Alistair for Antonio's death and your attempted murder. But to do that, I need proof. Anyone have any?
No.
Louise traded in whatever proof there was on Alistair's CDs in order to save my life.
Yeah, where he's hidden the CDs since then is anyone's guess.
Well, then my hands are tied. If Alistair dies, I'll have to arrest Mrs. Wheeler for murder.
Clear!
He's not responding.
Increase power to 300 joules.
300 joules.
Clear! Come on, Alistair, don't you die on me. I am not through with you yet. Clear!
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places, and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of the bird I knew could take me high as breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
Dr. Russell, it worked. We've got rhythm. But his blood pressure's still dangerously low.
That's from all the blood he lost. 75 milligrams lidocaine, IV push.
Yes, doctor.
Alistair needs a massive transfusion, but we have to get him stabilized before we can take him to the hospital.
You know what you said earlier about Father seeing him demystified and vulnerable. I can hardly believe that's him in there with his life hanging in the balance. I'd convinced myself that he was invincible. He and his cold cruelty would haunt me forever.
I know how you feel. No matter how hard we tried to love him, or how hard we tried to please him, it's never good enough. Father never loved us. At the least, he showed only contempt for us. And at the most, he hated us and would deliberately set out to destroy our lives. I think at one time or another, we all wanted him dead.
Even now.
For his life to be coming to an end now, it doesn't seem possible.
Better late than never.
Yeah, I'm with Julian on that. I think Alistair Crane should have been kicked to the curb a long time ago.
You've done all of us an enormous service, Mrs. Wheeler.
Yes, thank you.
Before we declare a holiday in her honor, I need to remind everyone that at the very least, I'm going to have to charge Mrs. Wheeler for shooting Alistair. Murder one if he dies.
Yeah, but I'm sure the shooting itself was an accident.
Look, I know you're only trying to help your wife, but that's not what she admitted to earlier. Mrs. Wheeler said she not only intentionally shot Alistair, she shot to kill. And would do it again if she had the opportunity.
Like I said, I'm sure my wife meant that she was acting in self-defense. And just for the record, she'd do the same damn thing again to protect herself from a monster like Alistair. My wife is a good, loving woman, and she'd never do anything to hurt anyone unless she was driven to do it.
You know what they say? The rich are different. They live by their own rules. Look at your parents. Your mother is a doctor. Your father is a crane. You can't fight people on top when you are on the bottom. You have to be on their level. So take the job at Crane Industries. Get rich. Use the power that comes with money to stick it to your parents and your brother for the grief they have caused you. Don't let them keep stepping on you.
All right. But you still haven't told me why you have it in for the Cranes.
Alistair Crane killed my brother Antonio. Then he had me kidnapped so he could kill my brother Luis when he tried to save me. I can't fight Alistair, but you can fight the Cranes and win if you play by their rules.
I've always wanted my own label, produce my own records.
Then do it. Nothing can stop you but you.
Why did Fox just pull back from Whitney?
I'm not sure. Especially as surf's up, if you know what I mean.
Men. Telling you, Fox is treating Whitney just like Miguel used to treat me.
Oh, here we go again.
He would let me get close to him, let me think that we had a chance to be a couple, and then he would just pull back, saying how much he loved Charity, how he was saving himself for when they got married.
Yes, well, I think things are going to turn out a little bit differently for Whitney.
How so?
Well, I have it on damned good authority.
Hey, Kay.
Simone.
Hey, Tabitha, what were you two looking at huddled together just now?
Fox, I don't get it. I mean, what is it with you? First you say you want me and that you want to make love to me, and then you back off like something's wrong with me or something.
No, Whitney, nothing's wrong with you. It's not that. I was just wondering if this is where you want to make love to me for the first time.
What?
Yeah, out here on a cold sandy beach, in the open.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, I was thinking, you know, if you want, we could check ourselves into a nice inn. Could draw you a bubble bath, roses, candles, champagne, whatever you want. I think you're beautiful, Whitney, and I want to treat you like a princess. I want this to be perfect.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I misunderstood. I guess with everything going on with Chad, I'm still a little rattled, I guess.
It's okay. It's all right. Hey, you don't have to apologize. I love you. And I want you more than anything. You gotta believe that. Just not here. Not now. Not if you're not comfortable.
No, I'm fine. You know, it doesn't even matter where we are. I just want you to make love to me.
You know, in all the times I've dreamt about this, you're never as beautiful in my dreams as you are right now.
Well, then make love to me and make your dream come true.
And maybe you're right, Paloma. Maybe it's time I start taking charge of my life. Start living like my family, the Cranes. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a page out of my grandfather's book and stick it to him before he sticks it to me.
Good for you, Chad. Pay back the people who have hurt you.
You know, I can never be with Whitney the way I want, but I'll be damned if I let my snake of a half-brother Fox steal her for himself.
That's the spirit. People in our families are used to getting what they want without considering us or our feelings. You have the power to teach them a lesson for both of us.
And I will. In fact, I'm gonna head back to the crib right now and start sticking it to Fox. Thanks.
Good. Chad will get back at the Cranes for all the hurt they've caused him. Now, how can I get back at my family for all the hurt they've caused me?
What are you two hiding?
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Well, then why won't you let me see what's behind you on the counter?
We're not.
Don't be silly, dear.
It's a big bowl.
Of soup.
Yeah, soup.
Ooh, I love a nice hearty soup, especially when the weather gets...
No.
Let me see.
No.
Well, why not?
Because the recipe's a family secret. It's all very hush-hush.
Well, I won't tell.
No, I can't risk it, dear. If you saw what was in my bowl, I'd have to kill you.
Yeah, right.
No, she's serious. I mean, even I know not to ask Tabitha how she makes what's in that bowl.
There'd be hell to pay.
So why are you here?
I came to see you.
Oh, how sweet. Well, why don't you two catch up on a walk with Endora and Maria, and then I can finish up what I'm doing here.
Oh, that's a great idea.
The strollers are in the living room, dears. Come along, my darling. Here you go. There you go with Simone.
Oh, you're a big girl.
Ta-ta. Bye-bye. Soup, indeed. Oh, I must say, Whitney's in a right old stew trying to get Fox to make love to her so she can pass Chad's baby off as his. Oh, I love it when the most moral people in town turn naughty. Oh, my. Oh, look at those two go. Oh, Fox and Whitney are burning with passion on the hot sands of ecstasy.
I hate using Fox like this, but my baby needs a father, and it can't be Chad.
Eve, what happened?
Is Alistair dead?
No, he's alive, but just barely. We gotta get him to the hospital right away, pump him full of blood if he's gonna make it.
Yeah, well, if he does make it, I got first dibs on killing him.
You are my passion for life.
I'll have a cup of hot chocolate.
Sure. We'll keep you warm. Let's go.
Gracias. I mean, thank you.
Ay, Dios, ¿qué está pasando? The stories about Harmony and Wu must be true. My Coco is loco.
Rendora, you little scamp, making that girl's cup shimmy and shake like that. Oh, my, you're a chip off the old block, as Kay said. But you better be careful, or you could end up on the lit end of a match.
What's up with that Spanish chick?
Ay, Dios. Ay, Dios.
Endora, behave, or you're gonna be burned at the stake like your dear old mom was.
The cup, it stopped shaking. Buenas noches. ¿Cómo está usted?
Creo que me estoy volviendo loca. La taza se estaba moviendo y de repente dejó de moverse.
Can you repeat that again in English?
The cup. It was shaking and then stopped.
I bet it was the foghorn at the Point of Rocks.
Foghorn? I didn't hear any foghorn.
Well, it's not the sound that makes me shake. It's the vibrations caused by the sound waves that the foghorn creates.
I'm going to ride with Alistair in the ambulance to the hospital.
I'll follow in my car.
Can I go with you?
Yes, of course. You and Luis Pilar.
Awesome. I'll take my wife to the cottage.
I'm afraid I can't let you do that. Mrs. Wheeler confessed to attempted murder. I need to keep her in custody.
Custody? You haven't arrested her.
Yeah, and you shouldn't.
Look, I'm officially holding off on charging her with anything due to extenuating circumstances.
What, because Father's a monster and he deserved it?
Well, off the record, yes. But I can't let her go free. You have to come down to the station.
Then I'll come with.
Fine, both can ride with me.
Thank you.
I'll be right out. I have to call Fox and tell him what happened.
No, don't get it, don't get it.
No. I have to. It could be crane business.
Go. Fox, it's me. I know you're upset with me, but I thought you should know that your grandfather is in grave condition after being shot here at the mansion. He's being rushed to the hospital.
Grandfather was shot? Who shot him?
Meet me at the hospital. I'll explain it all to you.
Okay, yeah, I'm on my way. Oh, boy. Yeah, I'm sorry. I gotta go.
But, Fox, we were just...
No, I know. Believe me, I know. But, look, my grandfather's in the hospital, and worrying about his health is bound to break my concentration, if you know what I mean. So, do you want to come with me to the hospital?
No. Besides, my mother will probably be there. No, I'm fine.
Yeah?
I'll just catch up with you later, okay?
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, definitely to be continued.
I've got to get Fox to make love to me so that I can pass this baby off as his instead of Chad's and mine.
That girl that Endora was teasing reminds me of Teresa Lopez Fitzgerald. Oh, my devil. That's Paloma Lopez Fitzgerald. I knew she was back in Harmony. But bumping into Kay like this could have some very serious consequences for Miguel's little sister.
I didn't feel vibrations when the cup was shaking.
Well, it's kind of cold out here. Yeah, maybe you got chilly and your hand just started shaking.
Yeah, maybe, but
You know what? Weird things happen in Harmony all the time. You'll get used to it. By the way, I'm Simone Russell. I don't think I've seen you around before. Are you new in town?
Sí. My family lives here, but I was raised in Mexico. I'm Paloma Lopez Fitzgerald.
Paloma! Oh my gosh! No wonder you look so familiar to me. I'm Kay. Kay Bennett. Your brother Miguel. Well, you know, he used to be my boyfriend.
Right. You and Miguel have a baby together.
Yeah, your niece, she's right here. Maria, meet your Aunt Paloma.
Hi, Maria.
I named her after your grandmother.
Oh, like my tia Maria in Mexico.
See?
And who is this?
Her name's Endora. She's the daughter of the woman that Maria and Kay live with.
Hi, Endora. Nice to meet you.
Endora is quite a burper.
I met my nephew, little Ethan, earlier. And now my niece, Maria. All I have left to meet is my brother Luis's son, Martin.
Oh, well, just take a banana with you and you'll be a hit.
Excuse me?
You'll see. So, how long are you in town for?
I don't know. I could end up living here forever. It depends.
Have you talked to Miguel since you've been back?
No. Have you heard about him since he left to be with his enamorada Charity?
No, but he'll call soon. He's crazy about Maria.
Oh, she's a sweet baby.
Hey, why don't you come home with us right now? And you can spend some time with Maria, get to know your niece. I'd like that. Great. You know, Miguel would be so happy to know that you bonded with her. Maybe he'll even come back to Harmony to see you. Subtle, Kay. Real subtle.
Put Alistair in cubicle 1. Nurse, I want you to get me 2 units of Mr. Gray's blood from the hospital blood bank for immediate transfusion.
Yes, Dr. Russell.
Father survived the trip?
Barely. I've ordered a transfusion, but whether he lives or dies now is anyone's guess.
All this trouble to save a monster like Alistair.
Look, I know that my father doesn't deserve to live. But I want to know why he's been so cruel to us.
Because he's evil, Sheridan.
What makes him evil? What makes him hate us so much?
Listen, I got here as soon as I could. What the hell happened?
Mrs. Wheeler here is the one who shot your grandfather.
Well, thanks, but, who are you and why?
Mrs. Wheeler and her husband came back from Mexico with my daughter, Paloma. They've been like godparents to her.
All right, so what does that have to do with my grandfather?
Alistair had Paloma kidnapped in Mexico, and then he used her to lure Luis and Sheridan into the jungle, where he tried to kill them both.
The Wheelers went with us to help us find Paloma. So then Alistair decided, well, might as well just try and kill them too.
Okay, so you took aim at him to pay him back. I got it.
I'm sorry. I'm not sure that my wife should answer that in front of Chief Bennett.
Yeah, no, you're probably right. Still, though, it's too bad you couldn't have held off on shooting him. You know, we got people lined up from here to there to do that.
I was one of them.
But you didn't shoot Alistair Louise. Mrs. Wheeler did.
Yeah, well, can you blame her, Sam? You know, Alistair left her to die in a snake pit along with Sheridan.
Oh, my God.
Alistair's tried to kill all of us, and you should be going after him.
Luis is right. He murdered my Antonio. And he's responsible for Martin's disappearance.
Look, I know where you're all coming from, okay? But like I said, without any proof, I can't arrest Alistair for anything.
Come on, Sam, you know my father. He never gets directly involved with anything because he's too shrewd. He always has someone else do his dirty work, so maybe we can go after them.
Easier said than done. I mean, my only hope for not having to arrest Mrs. Wheeler is that Alistair pulls through and refuses to press charges against her for shooting him.
Can't believe it's come to this. Whitney, my half-sister, Fox, my half-brother, both together now. God, if Whitney would only let me talk to her. Try to get her to see that Fox is taking advantage of her. Only Whitney would let me protect her. I know we're blood now, but I still love Whitney. I still want her to be happy, not to be hurt by a weasel like Fox. I'm so glad you're here. I've been wanting to talk to you. Figure out where we go from here.
I didn't come here to talk, Chad. I just came here to get my things. I called a little while ago and you didn't answer, so I thought it'd be safe to come by.
Safe? What, you think I'd hurt you, Whitney?
No, it's not that.
Look, if this was about me going off of Fox at the Seascape, look,
No, it's us, Chad. We shouldn't be alone together. I can't be near you without wanting to hold you, okay? To kiss you, to make love to you, but I can't do that. We can't. Not ever again.
I know we can't be close that way anymore, Whitney, but we are brother and sister. We could at least be friends. And that's what I want to figure out how to do. You know, how to get along, how to behave with one another from now on.
You know what? I want that too. At some point, but not right now. Right now, I need you to let me do what I have to do so that I can get on with my life, okay?
With Fox.
Hey, Tabitha, look who we bumped into on our walk. Teresa's sister Paloma.
Nice to meet you, dear. I'm Tabitha Lennox.
You're Endora's mother?
Yes, indeed.
But you're so lucky. So lucky to have such a nice daughter.
Yeah, well, thank you, Paloma. As a matter of fact, I never expected to be a mother at my age, but I wouldn't trade Mini-Me for anything, would I, Mini-Me?
Tabitha took Kay in when she moved out on her family.
Yeah, they still live next door.
Where are you staying, Paloma?
The Crane Estate. The mansion is beautiful, but your house is much more interesting.
Well, thank you, dear.
So Tabitha, how's the soup coming?
Oh, it couldn't be better.
Well, what is it still doing in the bowl and not on the stove?
Well, it's resting so that the flavors can mix and mingle.
Can't wait to taste it.
Stay for supper. You too, Paloma. Oh, it'll give you a great chance to get to know Maria a little bit better. Then we can all be one big, happy family. You don't mind if they stay for dinner, do you?
No, not at all. Mi casa es su casa.
Great. Well, just let us know when it's time to eat.
Come along, Mini-Me. I want my baby. I suspect that Kay is using Maria to get close to Paloma in the hopes of getting back together with Miguel. Some things around here never change.
Mr. Crane's vitals are weak and erratic.
Well, if the blood transfusion doesn't work, there's nothing more that I can do.
Catherine, it's time to tell everyone who we really are.
Not with Alistair's life hanging in the balance like this, Martin.
Yeah, but that's just it. Sheridan and Julian already hate Alistair as much as you do. They'll be glad that you came back to do what should have been done many years ago. When people learn the depths of Alistair's cruelty towards you, the beating you, the raping you, they'll understand why you shot the man who made your life so miserable. They'll know that it was self-defense when Alistair started in on you again, you know, still trying to control you, abuse you. But this time, Catherine, you stood up to him. When Alistair tried to overpower you, you shot him.
Yes, Martin, but you know the truth of
No,
it is that I...
Sweetheart, listen to me. For people to believe that you shot Alistair as payback for what he did to Paloma, okay, it's noble, but legally it's indefensible. And we have to explain that Alistair was trying to get you, his wife, to come back to him. And that you agreed to it to protect your loved ones. But when Alistair said that he was going to kill Louise anyway, you acted to save my son and protect your daughter's happiness. And that's the way it has to be. Otherwise, Chief Bennett, he'll just arrest you for attempted murder or murder if Alistair dies.
Whitney, I get why you're moving out. And maybe it's a good idea. But when you close that door behind you, don't shut out the time we spent together. What we meant to each other. Me, I'm just happy for the memories. And I'm hoping we can start new ones as brother and sister.
Chad, I told you I can't think about this right now. I really can't. I mean, it's all I can do to get through this whole mess without completely freaking out.
Well, maybe we can go to counseling or something.
No. No amount of therapy can undo what we've done. I just have to stay away from you.
To be with Fox?
Okay, Bo, give me the dish. Is Paloma as sickeningly saintly as her mother, Pilar? I'll take that as a definite no. Good news, Endora. Yes, angelic Paloma is actually a very angry little girl. Yes. A tidbit of information that we on the dark side can use to our advantage.
I'm sorry my brother Miguel left you and Maria to find Charity.
Thanks. You know, it really hurt. And I worry about Maria not having her daddy around. But I just keep hoping that one day he'll come back to us. Sooner than later, if I can get Paloma to help lure Miguel back to Harmony.
Don't get your hopes up.
And would you stop being so negative? Okay, Miguel hasn't seen his baby sister since she was a baby. Maybe he'll come back home to visit. And then once he gets here, maybe he won't be able to leave.
Pobrecita Maria. I can't believe you have to depend on the kindness of a strange old lady while Mama, Luis, and Teresa live the good life at the Cranes. They talk about sticking together. Well, they have stuck it to both of us. I'm sorry I ever came back.
You know, I get that Mrs. Wheeler loves Paloma like a daughter. And wanted to pay Alistair back for deliberately trying to hurt her, but... I mean, to shoot the man, to try and kill him? I don't know, Sheridan. I just think that there's more to it than we know.
But what? Mrs. Wheeler never even met my father until tonight. Why would she put her whole future at risk by gunning him down?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
There's just something so familiar about Mrs. Wheeler. Can't quite put my finger on it. But I intend to find out.
Catherine, we have to tell Sheridan and Luis who we really are.
But what about Pilar? You told me that she collapsed earlier at the mere thought that you might be her husband.
It's a risk we have to take.
Oh, Mark, we've caused so much pain already to those we love.
Catherine, I love you too. And I won't let you suffer anymore because of Alistair. That man deserves to die for what he did to you and to our families.
How's father doing?
Well, the transfusion seems to have stabilized him for the moment. Other than that, all we can do is just wait and see what happens next.
Excuse me, Dr. Russell, in your professional opinion, do you think that Alistair will make it through the night?
You know, to be quite honest, I can't say. He's very weak. He could die. Excuse me.
You're saying there's hope?
I tell you, I'm so amazed that you can set aside your hatred for father and save his life when he's caused so much misery in our lives for so long.
God, it would have been so easy to just let him die. Or even finish him off myself. But I just couldn't do it. I had to uphold my oath to save human life. So now Alistair's fate is in God's hands.
The devil's hands, more likely.
Julian, you and Sheridan really should be prepared.
Well, I'm prepared. I have my top hat and tap shoes all ready so I can dance in his grave.
Well, if Alistair does die, I won't have any choice but to charge Mrs. Wheeler with murder.
And that would be the real crime. Arresting Mrs. Wheeler for saving all our lives by taking Alistair's.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Wheeler, but I need to place you under arrest.
Is Alistair dead?
Well, I don't want you to be my father. Okay, I don't want anything from you or from Dr. Russell.
My bastard half-brother doesn't know the first thing about the family business, but my damn father's ready to bring him in and make him Donald Trump.
For over a decade, ER has continued to surprise you. In the weeks ahead, the biggest surprise is how they do it again.
Oh, my God.
And again.
Screw it.
And again.
It's your call. Whoa. You're the doctor.
The biggest season. I'm in love with you. The biggest guest stars. Plus,
What the hell is that?
the unexpected.
You want us to kill it?
All new episodes of ER. It all starts NBC Thursday.